Hello, 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 folks. Welcome to the Hello World Podcasting with Magdalena. How is everybody doing? Listen, thanks for tuning in and welcome to my podcasting. So, how is everybody doing? My favorite question of the week, always. Okay, for those folks who are new and you're listening to the first time, my podcasting is about personal growth, development, mastering our energy, mastering our thoughts, um, using astrology for our personal and collective GPS to kind of give us a certain direction. At least we can see what direction we are going, and so we can navigate or know what to least, to expect somehow, what we may face, what is coming in front of us. I love actually astrology as a tool because it really kind of give you the great idea, when the planets are changing and when planets are going retrograde, or the exchange of the energy, because astrology works on the four elements: water, air, fire, and earth, and which is helping us to understand the dynamic and keep the balance. A lot of the time, it is very difficult because, for instance, water has to do with emotions, fire has to do with ideas, air has to do with communication, and the earth is the manifestation. And when you have a mix of those planets, it can become a very challenging. And the astrology is really helping us to show us where those challenges are and help us to kind of work with them. Some aspects are more intense than the others. It also depends, on how your chart is, what's the constellation of your chart, what do you have? Do you have more water elements or earth elements, or do you have a balanced chart? I do not use actually astrology as a prediction. I am using just look like a guidance, because I strongly believe that we have a free will, and this should just be a GPS. When you're using GPS, you can go in the direction that GPS is showing you, or you can actually sideways or turn around or choose any other way, whatever is most suitable for you in that particular time. Also, astrology can show us where we are escaping the lesson, or where we are trying to detour and take the road that is less painful. As they say, take the road the least traveled. It can end up to be a very, very painful journey, but it could end up to be a very healing journey. And this is why I would like to kind of go today in that direction, to show that what's really happening right now, what we are facing in the world, it is actually this incredible wake up in the collective through the individual awareness. People are waking individually up and expanding their consciousness awareness, and with that we are impacting actually the collective. So today I would kind of like to focus on a reality is kind of hitting hitting hard. This is not something, to kind of create doom and gloom, but just to face what's really going on and embrace it instead to fight it. I mean, people are just so exhausted, and they're always kind of waiting. Oh my God, what will happen when getting a change or whatever? Folks, we are going right now through the absolutely amazing transformation. And I have to say this, as most people are saying, we don't know what direction we are going, what will happen, what's the outcome, because it's a journey. And also, it depends also, how we are playing this journey. Are we standing up for that, what we really want? Are we willing to do our part? Are we willing to do the healing? Are we willing to reveal what's really going on? And so on and so on. Oh, just kind of think, life is perfect. I don't need to do anything, and, fall back on sleep and pretend that nothing is happening. Either way is fine, folks. But you have to figure out what is the best scenario for you. Before I go any further, I just want to say this. Hey, tomorrow on December 6th, we are having finally Mercury direct. At the same time, we are going to have new moon in Sagittarius. So that's pretty interesting because the sun is in Sagittarius. The moon will be in Sagittarius. Mercury is in Scorpio. Venus is in Scorpio, and Mars is in this dreamy Pisces. And also we are having actually the Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus in retrograde in Aries, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto Capricorn. Chiron is in retrograde Pisces. And the North is retrograde in Cancer. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty emotional, about security, about our emotions, our home, it's all connected to the Cancer energy. But also our memories, big time, So all these aspects being in Sagittarius, as we've been discussing it in the last 2-3 podcastings, about the truth or higher truth and versus doom and gloom. What we are right now really experiencing is this unbelievable revelation and journey about truth. Remember, I've been talking about in past podcasting, the Jupiter in Scorpio was really last year, 1.5 year, bringing a lot of underworld energy to the surface, and now we are dealing with all this blah that is in front of us. Do we like it or not? We have to face it. I mean, we've been here in US facing a lot of difficulties. And remember, I was constantly talking about, are we the guinea pig of the world? But right now, folks in Europe, kudos for you. I mean, it's just amazing what's really going on over there. People are fed up. People are sick and tired. What's really going on? And they are standing up. And I was also, as I was sharing, what was going on in Northern California, all those fires and everything else, it's just insane. I was actually totally shocked seeing all those fires in northeast Australia, in Queensland. It's look like, wow. That is really breaking your heart. The destruction that is put it against humanity and against the planet. I'm constantly amazed that you know, all this engineering and changing and impacting what's really happening on so many levels, against the environment. And people are still not understanding the deeper picture here. It's just they are just not recognizing that they've been actually used against to actually bring this whole plan to manifestation. Oh my God. Yeah, look at what's going on also in France. People are just revolting and simple look, like I said, fed up. And that has to do a lot with actually Sagittarius energy. And, the Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn. Lessons. Uranus being right now in the Aries is an individual liberation or personal liberation. Is hugely going on right now. Through these years and years of working and understanding, revealing the deeper issue of what's fully going on. We've been doing a lot of Scorpionic energy, folks. Since 83, we had a Pluto in Scorpio. I think since that's the time that this whole transformation started to happen, because the Scorpio is looking for the transformation through unity, and Scorpio wants transformation, and it wants to integrate on all aspects. But we've been also talking about how difficult it is actually when you are dealing with these changes and challenges and facing what's fully going on. I mean, for right now, the biggest issue is people are losing homes, the people are losing income. Practically, they are losing the monetary system. They are losing the security. So practically, we are right now learning how to step forward and trust into this unknown. You know how they say, we've been kind of pushed into the change for a long time, but we were just kind of pushing left and right because it was too uncomfortable, to give up so many things that was so nice and cozy and, comfortable. And boy, oh boy, are we right now getting pushed into this unbelievable transformation. And as I said in the beginning, we still even don't know what direction we are going. We are having this one group of people who are very much, interested of natural laws and, keeping with the nature and going into ourselves and recognize our capacities. And then we have the other group of people who are more into this transhumanism agenda, terraforming the whole planet. And gosh, not recognizing that, I cannot even imagine that people are not recognizing that by terraforming the planet, we are changing the whole landscape here. Sad. But we will see. As I said, we will see. As I always say, I'm using astrology as a tool to just, give us an idea what direction we are going, but I also believe in a free will of